Full Velocity TV.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. It is a crazy and zany Monday night. The guy with the mannequin head is in the house, and we're ready to rock and roll here with the Dirt Slingin Outlaws live on a Monday night. Pro and super late models coming at you live here this evening via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil LaCasse here. Jack chewing on the controls. So the Pro Lates to Phil and Jack Attack will come at you because there are some special surprises planned and a lot of strange things that I'm not even sure you guys are all ready to even deal with out on your screen here for the DSO Pro late models as we are about to put racing out to the racetrack. 10 laps going to be heat race distance. Top 5 drivers will transfer onto the A main, and we got 3 heats rock and rolling with. So let's take you through our first Voiles Trucking starting lineup of the evening. On the pole with tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time aboard car number 66, that is Spencer Swafford, and alongside the number 4, that is Peyton Stevenson. Row number 2 aboard car number 15 is Scott Schroyer with the number 111 of Russell Snellings. Third row, the 017, we find Adam Joseph with the number 21 of Nathan Kasser on the outside of row 3. In row number 4, the head mud duck himself aboard car number 44, Tyler Blankenship, and alongside the Candyman aboard the 289, that is Jeremy Weatherby, and rolling shotgun on the field. Scheduled, I'm not sure if he's going to make the call for this one or not. It's scheduled to be car number 57 of Craig Stike, so the call is for 8. And it looks like we're going to have 7 out there for this one. So the call's for 9. They're going to have 8, rather, as Jack's correcting me down there. There's some weird things going on here tonight, and we're going to take you kind of on through what is going to happen here. So you guys lock yourself in because it's going to be a pretty fun and wild night. A Full Velocity Racing Network coverage is off turn number 4. I race the guy flag. Green flag going to go up in the air, and Spencer Swafford going to lead the field for the first time here around the quarter mile off of turn number 2. And down, I guess you can call it even a straightaway back there in the back stretch down through 3 and 4, completing lap number 1. Spencer Swafford going to lead over Peyton Stevenson's number 4 car, a new name to DSO, new name to us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we welcome Peyton Stevenson aboard car number 4. He is in for second. It's a 2-way race with a 3rd spot right now off the corner. Scott Schroyer holding on over Russell Snellings in the 111 as we work our way off of turn number 2. We said top 5 of these 8 drivers transfer on to the main event. You can see laps are going to go by here pretty dang quick tonight at Limaland as they always do. Spencer going to lead the field here off of turn number 2. Stevenson there in the 4 car. He's going to run second. Russell Snellings now over Scott Schroyer. Nathan Kasser has popped his way into the top 5 aboard car number 21. So the guy who knows his way around this quarter mile Limaland Motorsports Park is car number 21. Nathan Kasser going to take a peek now to the outside off into turn number 1 and 2. Pretty good 3-car race going on. Stevenson falling back to the clutches of Snellings and Scott Schroyer over in turn number 3 and 4 as Spencer Swafford has driven away here. We're already halfway home here. We're 5 in. We're 6 in here this time at the line. 4 laps remaining here around this quarter mile. Lap times this completely is flying out here tonight. 13 seconds flat just about for these guys running up front as Schroyer continuing to lead. Stevenson holding on. Really good damn run for him at second spot. You got Snellings in the 111 running 3rd. Schroyer and Kasser rounding out our top 5 as we currently sit, and this time by off of turn number 4. As we work off the 2 down the backstretch into 3, Swafford is going to see 2 to go this time around for car number 66 as we come back to the start-finish line. And now white flag going to go out on the speedway. One more trip around the quarter mile. The guy who set tonight's quick time of the evening aboard car number 66, he is going to take down heat race number 1's victory. Spencer Swafford down for the win. Peyton Stevenson going to grab second. Russell Snellings. Nathan Kessler going to steal 4th away from Scott Schroyer, but Scott will get the transfer spot. Looks like our 4 drivers going to go off into the consolation rounds include Jeremy Weatherby, Tyler Blankenship, Adam Joseph, and Craig Stike. So I believe may be all done for the evening aboard car number 57. So that's our lineup there. The conclusion of heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 will be coming at you here in just a brief second. So let's take you down here for Voiles Trucking starting the lineup. And this one may be a little bit fun. So you ready to rock and roll with this one? Here we go. On the pole aboard car number 63, that is Clifford Driscoll, and alongside the number 12, or 14, I guess we could call it, as 12 car, that is Marcus Mays. In row number 2 aboard car number 26, that is Eric Scalf, and alongside aboard car number 7, that is Craig Adamczak. In the 3rd row, we find our buddy, the high-side hustler, Martin Karch, aboard car number 33. He rolls off 5th with the number 22 Mud Duck Racing Machine, J.D. Sassy on the outside of the front row. In row number 4, the number 38 of Bo Reddy with the number 99 of Eric Burgess, and rolling shotgun on the field aboard car number 32 from Mount Up to New York, Too Tall, Todd Stanton. You heard me right. Todd Stanton, my broadcast partner, going to roll shotgun 9th on the field. Going to go out there and embarrass himself. The pro late model said he could do it. We'll see. It was a late-minute decision here for him jumping behind the wheel, but we go off turn number 4. I race the guy flying green flag up in the air. We're already darting down off into turn number 1 and 2, and we are just sprinkled that level of quarter-mile racing for the lead off the quarter. May is going to take the lead from Driscoll. Adamczak's number 7, another new name to us over here at DSO. Craig Adamczak's number 7. You got Eric Scalfa, 26 car. Eric going to try to roll off the high lane there off of turn number 4. We're going to be doing it for the race lead there. Off into turns number 1 and 2. A pretty good little drag race between Driscoll and Maisel. Number 12, Marcus going to carry him off the corner up in the high lane. 63 rolling in for second. The 7 of Adamczak right now running in 3rd. And look down to the low part of the racetrack. Pretty good drag race there between himself and 26 of Eric Scalf. Martin Karcher, the 33, currently occupying that final transfer spot in the pro late models here, DSO. Watching laps go by in a blink, as this time by already going to be halfway in, 5 to go for a pretty dang good race here for the race lead between Mays and Driscoll. Marcus holding on over Cliff. Craig Adamczak in for 3rd. Eric Scalf. Now J.D. Sassy has made his way around Martin Karch, put the 22 car up into a top 5 as we sorted out all over this quarter mile. We continue to race there for the final transfer. Racing up here for the race lead continues on. May is going to carry it over Driscoll off of turn number 4. They go single file there. Adamczak going to fall in for the 3rd spot. 4th now we find Eric Scalf. J.D. Sassy holding on to the 5th position. He's starting to gap himself between Martin Karch and Bo Reddy. Eric Burgess and Todd Stanton are already back there aboard car number 32. Looks like Todd has already pulled the 32 into the infield. This struggle is going to be the night for our buddy out there. His next time by off the 4th turn. White flag going to go in the air for car number 12. Marcus Mays off the corner. Going to get that white silk on the field. Cliff Driscoll going to try to run him down in that 2nd spot for one more trip through turns number 3 and 4. Checkered flag going to go out over car number 12. Marcus Mays taking down the win. Cliff Driscoll, 63 in for 2. Craig Adamczak, Eric Scalf, J.D. Sassy get the top 5. 6th will be Bo Reddy. Martin Karch for 7th. Eric Burgess gets 8th, and Todd Stanton will finish up 9th there in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 about to roll its way out to the racetrack. This one's going to have 8 cars on the docket. I believe we're only going to get 7 of them here, but we'll give you all 8 anyways. On the pole aboard car number 29 is going to be Scott Dobbs with number 24, Daniel Cummings Jr. on the outside pole. In row number 2, we find the number 77 of Warren Samoy with the number 7W of Justin Witt alongside on the outside. In row number 3, we find car number 6, C.J. Phillips, heavy hitter there on row number 3, alongside the outside, the B14 of Brian Wax. And then rolling off shotgun on the field tonight, aboard car number 14. That is going to be Jason Magnat. He was scheduled to be joined by the 18 of Robert Scott, but I do not believe Robert going to answer the bell here for heat race number 3. So the call for 8 is we are going to have 7. And we are about to get to it here in a big way at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Glad you guys have tuned in with me here out there tonight. The Phil and Jack Attack live via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. If you guys can, do us a favor, like our link, share the links out there live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Is off of turn number 4, I Race the Guy flag, green flag, going to go up to the speedway. And we are racing down off into turn number 1 and 2, and they're door to door there. Good little race up there, drag racing to the third turn between Dobbs and Cummings, Warren Samoy. In the number 77, trying to keep it glued down to the low side. Justin Wicks, number 7. Justin going to look to pick it, the run to the middle part of the racetrack, put the 7W now up to third, and he may look for more off of turn number 4 as we go 3 wide off the corner. Witt in the middle, Warren Samoy down low, the 77 car, and up high we find Scott Dobbs, or Daniel Cummings, number 24, as we get some contact over there, stacking them up. Looks like, for the most part, we're going to stay green flag racing here in Lima, Ohio, but this is really jumbled up the field from here. C.J. Phillips out making a dive in the 6 car. They're only taking 5. They're still continuing to bounce off each other. Samoy getting into it with Justin Witt, the 631, and now mercifully, yellow flag going to come out in the speedways. There was a lot of beating and banging going on, and we're going to slow it down here. Our very first Hannibal Record Service caution flag of the night brings it out at halfway here. 5 in and 5 to go. As I look over here, as we get a BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay that'll show you the contact. Brian Wax on the side of C.J. Phillips, and both cars go around. Responding over here to the Facebook Live chat, where I see Scott Dobbs and our buddy from Blade Note, Sam Perry, Chris Langwer has also checked in asking, what track is this? Well, this is the Limaland Motorsports Park out there, Chris. Lima, Ohio, quarter mile. You can see very tight little quarters at this racetrack, and got to drive for all you are worth to make it out here tonight alive in the Pro Late Models, as it looks like we're going to get set to go back racing, I believe, next time by Scott Dobbs continuing to lead over Justin Witt, Daniel Cummings, Warren Samoy. Jason Magnat has raced his way to the final transfer. C.J. Phillips and Brian Wax. That is 2 pretty heavy hitters there. This one's got some names in it for sure that may be on the outside looking in, that could potentially be going off into consolation rounds. As off of turn number 4, green, white checker to settle it. We go racing off into turn number 1 and 2, and just like he has done the remainder of the whole race so far, Scott Dobbs going to lead the field off of 2, down the back chute into 3 and 4, as we're going to get white flag on the field. One more trip around the quarter mile for the driver of car number 29. Scott Dobbs going to lead them off of 2 into 3 and 4 for the final time, where we find checkered flag in the air. They are stacking up in 3 and 4. That's going to change the complexion for sure. Scott Dobbs going to pick up the win in heat race number 3 over Justin Witt, Daniel Cummings. C.J. Phillips going to grab 4th with Brian Wax. Going to get that final transfer. Warren Samoy and Jason Magnat going to be the 2 drivers that are going to go off into our consolation rounds that should be coming up here in a pretty quick clip, as we see where we're going to get sent off to next. It is going to be the B main. It is going to be 10 laps in length, and it looks like the entire field may qualify their way into the A main based on what I am seeing on the screen. So it's one of those nice little iRacing, but we're going to throw you a B main for more seat time anyway. So let's take you through our starting lineup for B main racing here tonight. The Slingin Outlaws Pro Late Models on the pole aboard the Kabang Energy Candy car number 289. That is going to be Jeremy Weatherby with the number 38 of Bo Reddy alongside. In row number 2, the number 77 of Warren Samoy with the number 44 of Tyler Blankenship. The 33, we find Martin Karch on the inside of the 3rd row with the number 14 of Jason Magnat. The 017 of Adam Joseph is flanked by the 32 of Todd Stanton. And 2 cars looks like not going to answer the bell here for the B main, include Robert Scott and Craig Stike. So the call for 10 looks like it is going to get 8. They will all transfer on into the A main, including my partner in crime and co-owner here at Full Velocity Racing Network, our buddy, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, going to race his way on into the A main. I see Adam out there with the 100 stars. Adam, that goes a long way for us there, brother. If you like what you see or what you're hearing, the way we present it here live on Full Velocity, well, we ask you guys to help us out and join our team. Stars donations is the best way to do so. If you got some stars to throw our way, every little bit will help us out, keep our costs low, keep our equipment up to date as I'm trying to do some upgrades here on my PCs. I know we've been having some issues here on my end for the last couple of weeks, but I think we pretty much for the most part get it settled in. But off of turn number 4, let's go iRacing guy flag, green flag for the B main. Jeremy Weatherby going to lead them off the corner. Bo ready on the outside. He's going to try to power his way off into turn number 1 and 2. Warren Savoy 77. Look at that black and blue car coming up through the middle. It's got to be the 33 of Martin Cart. That's Tyler Blankenship's 44. That's a bold move there for the 44. Up through the middle, trying to make things happen as only I know Tyler can do it too. He's a guy who likes to come in and just from roughshod over people if he can and, you know, flex his muscle. 44 car up the third, but we're going to drag race for the race lead between Weatherby and now Warren Savoy 77, Blankenship, Minat, and Bo Reddy running at our top 5 off of turn number 4. The picture here tells all the story at Limaland as we complete lap number 3. They can run high, they can run low, they can run the middle. It is going to make for a great night for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Dirt, Slingin Outlaws, Pro late models, later powered cars and their counterparts in the supers. Fixed setups here for the pros. The car bouncing off the outside wall over to turn number 2. And now more contact going on over there. Tyler bounced off the wall. 2 more cars kind of, you know, little zigzag over there. I think 9-out was one of those over there. The 14 that got a little bit loose. And now we've got a couple of cars around. Going to slow the works down to the B main. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hannibal Record Service caution flag number 1 rolling out here on lap number 7. Just as we look up front and see somebody like Warren Savoy take the race lead. It looks like the 017 of Joseph and the 289 of Weatherby coming together, and I believe it also got Jason Minat in the number 14. So let those guys restack them, repack them to the rear of the field. Warren Savoy going to now be your race leader in the B. Tyler Blankenship, Bo Reddy, Adam Joseph, Martin Karch now up into the top 5. He said all these drivers will race their way on into the A, and it looks like we hopefully will get a lights out this time around and maybe a 1-lap shooter to settle it here because we're getting 2 to go from a starter stand with that clenched green flag down, which means next time by, I think we're going to be racing here off of turn number 4. So should be a 1-lap shooter to settle it. Warren Savoy going to lead the field off the turn. Tyler Blankenship, Bo Reddy, Adam Joseph going to be your top 2 rows. See if the pace truck, he'll dive his way in for cover off of turn number 4 for 1 more lap around. We go back, iRacing guy flag, green flag. Warren Savoy going to be the first up to hit turn number 1 and 2, and we'll see if he can't hold it together for 2.5 more corners. We'll reckon back there, back in the field. They'll keep it together. 3 wide off for turn number 4 for the race win in a drag race. Warren Savoy going to take down the win in the B main. Tyler Blankenship in for 2. Bo Reddy, Adam Joseph, Jeremy Weatherby grabs 5th. Todd Stanton going to grab 6th. From Jason Minat, Martin Karch will finish up 8th here in the B main, it appears. Or it might be the other way around. Karch and Minat, those drivers came together and they got stopped over there in the back straightaway. So that'll do it for our qualification rounds here tonight. Dirt, Slingin Outlaws. Pro late models coming up on tap for a 30-lap main event. But before we get there, one more item of business to do before we get racing. Let's go listing trackside. Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so
All right, back here live, your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, ready to tango out there with 30 laps around, dirt swinging Outlaws, pro late models on tap tonight on your source for esports racing, brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Check them out today on Facebook over at Hanover Record Service. Also go to google.com, search up Hanover Record, help Tyler out, get the portfolio over there on Google as well. And thank you for all of his help and his contributions here to the network. Also, big shout out to our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. If you've not picked up one of those iFlag widgets yet, they give you an upper hand over the competition. Check him out today at iRacingIFlag.com. Say hello and thank you to Brian and Kathy Boyles of Boyles Trucking. They do commercial freight transfer and truck leasing. No job too big or too small. Whatever you may need, check them out today at Boyles Trucking over on Facebook. Also going to say hey, this is Vlad and Sam over at BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. You need a VPS server, dedicated server, even maybe something like a VPS server. Check them out today at BladeNode.com. Also, if you're looking for Corpus Christi, Texas's place to race, well, look no further than the South Texas Speedway, a terrific racetrack down there. Thanks Scott Bargloff and all the gang. Check them out today at SouthTXSpeedway.com. Also, a big shout out to our brother Jake Keel over at Montstar Productions. See hashtag Make Dirt Track Racing great again. Jake and the gang will be out on the airwaves, I believe, tomorrow night with us over at the Greg Hodnett Memorial second annual edition of that race coming up live tomorrow night. But check out Montstar Productions today. Give our buddy Jake a follow. We're missing him for sure. We'll hopefully catch up with him tomorrow night. Also going to say thank you to TDR Racing League, the sponsor of the Turtle. Hard Motorsports, they sponsor our Quick Time. Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. Our buddy Brendan over on YouTube. You like NASCAR style theme podcast shows, check him out today. As we get ready to lock and load here at the quarter mile in Lima, Ohio. Limaland Motorsports Park had been quite a while since we've come out here live to Lima, and it's great to be out here for the Dirt Slingin Outlaws doubleheader on a Monday night. The Pro Late Model feature coming up, in about 30 seconds from now. They'll be gridding, and then we'll follow it up here at about 10:25 Eastern Time. DSO Super Late Models, open setups, high-powered race cars, and hopefully a guy who may not have a headache that'll join me out of the race car into the booth here for the Supers. I think Todd going to join me here a little bit later on. Maybe Phil jumps in a super late model. How great would that be? How great would that not be? No one is going to be great. 30 laps around here with DSO Pro Late Model main event. Let's take you down trackside for our Boyles Trucking starting lineup on the pole tonight. Aboard car number 66 is Spencer Swafford with the number 12 of Marcus Mays alongside. In row number 2, the number 29 is Scott Dobbs with the number 4 of Peyton Stevenson. In row number 3, the 63 is Cliff Driscoll. The number 7W of Justin Witt rolls off from position 6 in the 4th row. We find the 111 of Russell Snellings with the number 7 of Craig Adamczak alongside. The 24 rolls off from P9 tonight. That is Daniel Cummings Jr. And alongside the number 21 is Nathan Kassler. In row number 3, or no, number 6, I should say. 11 starting position aboard car number 26 is Eric Scalf. The number 6 of CJ Phillips rolls off from position number 12. The Sidewinder, Scott Schroyer, rolls off at number 15. He'll start 13th with the Bud Duck Racing number 22 of J.D. Sassy. He will roll off from position number 14. The B14 of Brian Wax, he rolls off from starting position number 15, flanked by the 77 of Warren Samoy. Tyler Blankenship rolls off next aboard car number 44 with Bo Reddy's number 38. Adam Joseph in the number 017. Jeremy Weatherby's 289, Todd Stanton in the number 32, Martin Karch in the 33, Jason Meinat's number 14, and Eric Burtis number 99 can roll off the field here tonight. 30 laps around. DSL Pro Late Models are green. Off of turn number 2, and just like that, yellow flag, yellow out over the field. Already on the opening lap of the race, going to put Jack to work. Our first Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the night. BladeNote.com instant replay. I'm not sure what this is going to show. It happened so quickly. It looks like it was a 15 of Scott Schroyer that may have got a piece of the works over there Looks like Scott going around with the 15, or I believe it was a 15 over there, 23rd starter. Looks like Eric Burgess was unable to make the call here tonight, joining Robert Scott and Craig Stike. So stacking up over there in turn number 1 and 2. Scott Schroyer got stopped, and he'll have to get it back going again. And we don't have a lot of laps to waste here because we only got 3 up on the board. 30-lap main event, 13+ seconds a lap under green. Laps at Limaland always go by in the blink of an eye. Gotta say hello and thank you to all you who are watching tonight via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. I, unfortunately, with the PC issues I've been having, had to kill all my communication with you guys right now to keep myself locked into the server, not lose the race cars here. So by myself, do not want to lose connection in here, and leave it to Jack to show you guys the picture with no commentary. But off of turn number 4, I race the guy flag. Green flag goes up in the air. We are racing off into turn number 1 and 2. And from the pole, Spencer Swafford going to lead. Marcus Mays on number 12 put Marcus down. Looks like up to the race lead off turn number 4. Really have an issue here at Limaland. More to the cameras kind of perched myself and have a hard time trying to find where the field may lay over now in turn number 3 and 4. Mays, there's that Swafford. Now it's Mays going to lead the field. No 12. Swafford in there for 2. Driscoll and Dobbs having a good race. How about Scott Dobbs at number 29? A guy who has struggled here the last couple of weeks at DSO in both the pros and the supers. Scott picked up the win in his qualifying race here, heat race number 3, and he looked like a pretty dang good player here early on, running up here in the top 3 aboard car number 29 over in turns number 3 and 4. Marcus Mays leading, but how about that 29? Cinderella story tonight. Scott Dobbs to the inside of Spencer Swafford racing on for P2. You got Driscoll 63 there as well in a good 3-car race for second. You got Snellings in the 111. Daniel Cummings into the mix. Justin Witt. You got heavy hitters like Dathan Kasser, CJ Phillips on the outside of the top 5. In the back part of the top 10 in through 3 and 4. Double file up here for position number 2 as we race it on. And a pretty good one indeed here is Marcus Mays continuing to lead the field over Spencer Swafford. Scott Dobbs running in the 2nd spot is now yellow on the speedway as a 29 car has gone around from up the top 3 to around it or not. Maybe he got excited from hearing us call his name or whatever else, but second head of a record service yellow flag of the night finds us on lap number 12. Going to give us another BladeNote.com instant replay. It looks like Scott Dobbs getting to the side of Spencer Swafford, and 29 unfortunately gets a short into that one. So yellow flag for the 2nd time out here tonight. And I think I am joined now by my broadcast partner. I think he's pulled it pit side, jumped out of the race car. Todd, how's it feel to be a retired driver back in the seat there for a couple laps with no practice? That had to be a pretty good challenge for you, but I'm sure that was pretty enjoyable.
Enjoyable? Nah. Steering wheel. I couldn't get the steering wheel calibrated correctly. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything calibrated. Couldn't steer the darn thing. Not sure how. Well, I haven't used the steering wheel quite some time, so guess I can blame the equipment tonight.
Well, you know why that is?
Oh yeah, I did. It just didn't work.
Man, when Jack pipes up with something like that, blowing the dust off the steering wheel, that's a pretty good one right there. So, what do you say we go back? I race the guy flag. Green flag as my partner settles in. Marcus Mays, Spencer Swafford. That's going to be our front 2, Todd, off turn 2.
Yeah, like you said, Marcus Mays and that 12M machine doing a fantastic job around here. And I tell you what, it's really tough to navigate. There's really nothing on the bottom right now. It's really slippery. It's all up on the top shelf of the speedway. Swafford running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Driscoll, and that number 63 machine is another yellow flag comes out.
Sure does, and it looks like caution flag number 3 going to find us on lap number 16. A stack up over in turn number 3, and this would happen right up near the front of the field as well. And may have a couple interesting little pictures here to show when Jack gets a BladeNote.com full velocity replay out there. There was a 7 of Adamsack that may have been around up there, and I guess it was him or the 14, or there were a couple cars that come together in the high lane, stacked them up over in turn number 3 and 4, putting us under yellow. 6 of CJ Phillips, a 7 of Craig Adamsack getting to yellow over there. That's what it was, and put us under the yellow now for the 3rd time, past halfway. Now working lap number 18 under yellow. Todd, you say the low side just not there tonight in Limaland, and I think that's something we have said notoriously over the months that we've had to chew on this racetrack. It's a cool little place to drive around, but racing out there with a good hungry group like these guys, especially in fixed setups, you got to let it eat up high, and it's going to be tough to tell because we're going to come off turn number 4. I race a guy flag, green flag, and a return to the speedway.
Yeah, definitely a ton of bite up high. I felt that in the heat race because, like I said, I couldn't control it there because of the steering wheel or whatever I have going on there. But there is a ton of bite up high. Down the bottom, it goes away. But as the top starts to slicking off just a little bit, you're able to get to the bottom there, Phil, and you're going to see a little bit of a different change there. Swafford trying to work over the bottom right now with Driscoll right there in that number 63 machine, almost a side-by-side battle for that second spot. But up front, it is all Marcus Mays aboard that number 12M machine, setting the pace here around Limaland. Like I said, it's going to be, these guys are going to be up top or on the bottom. We're going to see how this is all going to play out here. We only got about 8 laps to go.
Yeah, we're under 10 laps to go. 8, as you said, off turn number 4 from Marcus Mays aboard car number 12. Pretty good little race going on as how Spencer Swafford get drop kicked to the top lane, opening the door down low for Cliff Driscoll. And as we start racing off of the second spot, we're going to slow the field down again because our 4th Hanover Record Service yellow flag going to find us here on lap number 24. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Slow it back down. Put Jack back to work with a BladeNo.com Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. And I think this one's got a couple of guys up in the middle of this one, I believe including the 33 of Martin Karch may be a part of it.
Yeah, Martin Karch in the 1K machine out there, Phil, tonight. Nice prepared 1K. Yeah, 1K on the side of that car here tonight as we're taking a nice look at this Full Velocity Racing Network on the front side of the hood of that machine. So, yeah, it's a little bit different seeing him in a different number.
I don't know why I can't figure out where Martin is tonight because he pulled a little sneaky one at me. I'm having a tough time here with the camera sit at Limaland. Really tough for me to tell what numbers on the side of these race cars and where we sit, especially up here in the dust cloud. But yeah, there is a 1K on the side of that car. So Martin threw me for a loop. I would have called him 33 all night long if you didn't say that. So that's why I'm glad Todd was able to join me. It was fun to see him out on the racetrack. I was just making a joke off here, Todd. If you're out there in the pros, maybe Phil goes out there in the supers. Wouldn't that be a disaster?
I tell you, Phil, yeah, that's a pretty good joke right there. The pros, man, they're a handful to direct. The supers, man, I couldn't even imagine what they're going to be like. Open setup. I guess you can tune yourself a little bit better. Maybe that would have helped my needs a little bit, but I'm not even going to try that. I couldn't even make very many laps in the pros. As Marcus Mays sets the pace here in the 12M machine. This time he's got Clifford Driscoll running in that second spot as he was able to get around Spencer Swafford as popsicle sticks in the air.
Yeah, 2 more trips around the quarter mile. 12M leading the field off of turn number 2. Can Cliff Driscoll run him down? Can Spencer Swafford back to the 3rd spot make something happen? As it looks like off turn number 4 with the white flag and the yellow flag in hand. This one may have just gotten to its conclusion as we slow it down again for the 6th time. It looks like here this one's going to end under the caution flag. Issues with the number 22 of J.D. Sassy around over in turn number 2. But this one's going to end with Marcus Mays going to go to victory lane. Clifford Driscoll, Spencer Swafford, Daniel Cummings, Russell Snelling's going to get a top 5. Nathan Kassler from 10th up to 6th. Eric Scalper 7th. Jason Minat, talk about a guy doing work, from 23rd up to finish 8th. Justin Witt getting 9th. CJ Phillips will finish up 10th with Scott Dobbs, Adam Joseph, Tyler Blankenship, Warren Savoy, Scott Schroyer, your top 15 with Bo Reddy, J.D. Sassy, Craig Adamzak, Jeremy Weatherby, Brian Wax, Martin Karch, Todd Stanton, Peyton Stevenson running out our 23 car field. Marcus Mays is going to go the distance here tonight at Limaland. We'll try to talk to him and the rest of our top 3 here, Todd, of the post race coming up next.
To get a word with the top 3 guys, like you said, Marcus Mays, Clifford Driscoll, and Spencer Swafford. Swafford, a new paint scheme here this evening. Nice looking car too. But Marcus Mays taking down the win here. I think this may be his first win on Full Velocity Racing Network, if I'm correct. Maybe not.
I think it's been a little while. I believe we've got a bit.
Yeah, maybe he's won once.
I think it's been a little. The number 12 car down there, and I believe it was number 12 the last time we saw him in victory lane. But we'll run down here. Trackside is Hoping I stay with you because a huge rumble of thunder goes off behind me. We'll go down here and talk to the third place finisher now aboard car number 66, the Red Rocket, Spencer Swafford. Spencer, you get third out here in the pros on a racetrack that looked to be awfully tough to get around here tonight. Tell us about your run there for 30 laps.
This track was real technical tonight. You had to run up all the way against the wall, which I like doing right here, but I think bottom will be in for the supers, and that's where I have my car usually set up for. Although this area is fixed, I think it was pretty fun, though. The bottom, you can run for a couple laps, but as soon as that top got the momentum, it was basically over with then.
And that's it. And the top side, the low-powered, the pro late models, you pick setup. Are you almost holding these things completely wide open when you get into the entrance of the corners here to quarter mile?
On the top, yes, but on the bottom, I'm usually about half throttle. Just trying to not spin your tires in the bottom and getting you too sideways. That's basically the key in these things, which it's hard to do. It takes a lot of experience to be able to run these, and that they're, especially at this track. Other tracks like Eldora and Knoxville, you can hold them wide open, but here it just takes a lot of throttle control.
Well, Spencer did a good job out here in the pros. I know you're chomping at the bit to jump in the super. I think you're going to be pretty good in that thing as well. But I'm going to give it the floor one more time here on Full Velocity, live on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. I'm going to give you the floor one more time and let you thank all the people out there who may be watching you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sievel's Lawn Care, Reignition, Esport, Existence, Dirt Slingin Outlaw for giving us a place to run. iRacing Off Flag, it's an amazing product. Everyone needs to check that out. And you all for putting on this great stream.
All right, well, we appreciate that there from the driver of car number 66, good buddy of ours, and pretty nice little decal in the front of that car, if I say so myself, the Red Rocket. Spencer Swafford finishing up second. We'll let him get to it. We'll walk a little bit further down here. A guy we have talked to pretty frequently here recently at DSO aboard car number 63 is Cliff Driscoll. Cliff, another terrific run for you. Tell us about those late race restarts. I think they help you get your way around the 66, but if you had a longer run, could you have done anything with the 12 car up front?
I'd like to think I could have, but Marcus was pretty quick tonight. I think I got lucky there getting by Spencer on that restart. I was underneath him when the caution came out, and they scored me ahead. So, I mean, I'll take it any way I can get it against these guys.
Sometimes lucky than good right there, and you sneak one out. But racetrack, as Spencer was saying, there was some grip down, though, you could find if you drove the car just right, but they always seems like the cushion, the high lane here, always has more of the bite. Why do you think that is? Is this a tough quarters of a quarter mile, a flatter type racetrack? Why is this always a racing surface here at Limaland always take us up against the wall to be fast?
Well, when you get up there, about the last 2-3 feet, the banking really increases. If you can lay your right rear into it, kind of get the corner of the car up there in the fence, you find a lot of traction. Kind of turn the car down, run it down the straightaways, make the straightaway as long as possible. Try and get as much momentum as you can for the next corner.
Well, man, you did a good job out here tonight. 30 laps. I think we were hoping for a little bit more green flag than we did, but you survived to get a second place finish. Cliff, that's a good point sight for you here live on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV with Full Velocity. I'm going to give you the mic one final time. Take it away, and thank whoever I'd like to thank out there.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody out of 3D. We spent a lot of time doing this, so those guys are great help. I'd like to thank Westside Signs, Warren Samoy. He does a lot of custom decal work. I appreciate that. He does an awesome job. Ken Skins, he does all of our paints, custom iRacing paints. And One Shot Scrap, they sponsor our time trials, which really make all of us a better drivers. So that's a heck of a lot of help.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Some trackside tonight's second place finisher, 3D Racing, car number 63. Clifford Driscoll has a really good run here tonight in the pro late models, but not quite as good as a guy who's becoming a pretty good buddy of ours here in most recent times. Number 12M, Marcus Mays. He finds victory lane with our buddy Todd, who is probably still in his fire suit down there, or hopefully still in the fire suit, and I hate to know what he's not in.
Definitely not in the fire suit. I already worked my way out of that down here. But HRE Motorsports number 12M of Marcus Mays taking down the victory here tonight in a great fashion there. Yeah, a little yellow flags there towards the end of that, but you were able to hold off Spencer Swafford and Clifford Driscoll, some of the best here, and able to take down the win here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. It's been a while since we've seen you down here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, I'm just glad to get that monkey off my back. I've had a lot of seconds and a lot of thirds here lately, and I've had to fight my way back through the field. So tonight I just came in here and tried to qualify good and keep my head clean. And anytime you got those two behind you, you want to be as smooth as you can. So I was just focused on hitting the corners right, staying off the wall, and not spinning my tires.
Yeah, it looked like the top side was really crucial as I was going into during the broadcast. The bottom was gone. Yeah, I tried it early, even in the race, and the bottom wasn't even there. So it goes to show you that even with the pros, a lot of guys are saying the supers will be able to run down there a little bit later here with the open setup version part of this. But with the pros, you have to keep that momentum up, and topside was where it was at. You were able to hold that topside. But tell us the difference. Did you get down to the bottom very much? I didn't get to see the first part of the race because I was spending my time trying to stay off cars on the racetrack.
No, Spencer actually took the inside on the start, and it kept me outside. So all I wanted to do was get a good start, and I got a good start and got around him, and we had a quick yellow there, and it put me in the lead. And I would just focus on getting good starts and getting up to the high side as soon as I could. I tried the bottom maybe 2 or 3 laps, and my car, just my driving style, was just upsetting my car. So I eventually moved back to the high side and just tried to be as smooth as I could.
Oh, Marcus, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank here tonight for this big pro win here at Slingin Outlaws.
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank HRE Motorsports and for all their help making these setups, which that was fixed, but we'll be running a setup next race. Team Friday, TNT Race Cars out of Piney Flats, Tennessee. Envy Suspension, 34 Raceway. Volunteer Speedway in East Tennessee. And Wall Tap Designs. Man, if you guys want a car painted, you got to go see Mookie Haney, and he'll hook you right up with Wall Tap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, finally getting the monkey off his back here tonight. Driver of the 12M, the HRE Motorsports 12M. That's Marcus Mays taking down the win. How do you feel, Marcus, about this super race coming up?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've got a decent setup there. It probably won't be too good the first 10 or 15 laps, but once it slicks off, I plan on moving on through the field.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we'll see him doubling it down here tonight at Slingin Outlaws, this time in the Supers. So good luck to you, Marcus, and hopefully we'll see you down here in Victory Lane again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, down there for Victory Lane, there's Tato. I think is still, I think he got out of the fire suit, and I'm glad I can't see down there because I never know what we could see, and I'm not sure what Marcus just saw, but sometimes you just can't unsee that. So I got to thank you guys all for playing along with us here on Full Velocity. Got to thank our sponsors once again. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Mudstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. For Jack Truin, Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, and the entire cast of characters over here at Full Velocity, we're going to sign off now for the Pro Late Models, but don't go anywhere except to the next link because super late model action coming up next live on your source for esports racing. Full Velocity will be back here in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far.